Egypt's deserts hide many secrets, and this ancient land has fascinated people worldwide for thousands of years. The famous pyramids, mysterious hieroglyphs, and incredible treasures have already amazed us. But Egypt has more surprises to share. Recent digs have revealed astonishing things that both excite and confuse our knowledge of the past. Beneath the hot Egyptian sun, we discover history's secrets in surprising ways. From eerie sounds echoing across time to entire cities lost underwater, Egypt's sands never stop astonishing us. Hidden chambers, cursed tombs, and even hints of meetings with beings from beyond Earth provide intriguing hints about forgotten traditions and beliefs. Come with us as we reveal 20 of Egypt's most shocking discoveries that challenge what we know. You'll be amazed as modern science revives mummies, bringing tales of power struggles and deceit back to life. Explore underground catacombs where ancient shadows still linger. These puzzling finds have left researchers around the world scratching their heads, but the mysteries are far from over. What other truths remain hidden, waiting to be unearthed from Egypt's ancient past? Prepare to be surprised. #15. The Sunken Treasures of Thonis Heraklion. The ancient Egyptian harbor city of Thonis Heraklion vanished beneath the Mediterranean in the 8th century AD, disappearing from history for over a millennium before its fortuitous rediscovery in 2000. Lost to the sea near Alexandria, this vital trade hub left few clues to its past glory until divers explored its submerged ruins and brought bygone marvels to the surface. Archaeologists uncovered temples, colossal statues, stone inscriptions, and sunken ships perfectly preserved in the harbor mud, dating from Thonis Heraklion's height as a center of commerce. Among the most striking artifacts are giant red granite statues representing gods and pharaohs, and a massive stone stele detailing a lunar calendar and religious records. These precious treasures provide a window into Thonis Heraklion's cultural fusion between Egypt and Greece when it thrived as a Mediterranean trading port over 2,000 years ago, before natural catastrophes led the site to vanish into legend. Now rediscovered below the waves, ongoing excavation of these watery ruins continues to uncover artifacts and knowledge from this key ancient metropolis lost and buried in Egypt's sunken coastal past. #14. The Unopened Sarcophagus in Saqqara. In 2022, archaeologists in Saqqara uncovered an unprecedented treasure, an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus perfectly sealed for 2,500 years, containing a royal mummy of the late period. The heavy stone sarcophagus remained undisturbed deep in a burial shaft in Saqqara's sacred burial ground since its internment in the 4th century BCE. Archaeologists expect such a well-preserved and unlooted sarcophagus, with its elaborate plaster seals intact, could contain a high-ranking official or royal due to the care taken in burial preparations. While CT scanning provides glimpses of what lies inside, anticipation surrounds fully unsealing and documenting this time capsule, encapsulating Egypt's past. However, great care must be taken, as exposure risks damage and any mishandling cannot be undone. Opening this rare and fragile window into Egypt's past should be methodical, but holds immense potential. The opportunity to study an ancient sarcophagus's undisturbed contents, including materials, construction, and human remains, offers invaluable insights and possibly unknown treasures from Egypt's late period, nearly 2,500 years ago. #13. The Screaming Mummy Mystery. The Screaming Mummy, known as Unknown Man E, was discovered in 1886 in Luxor's Deir el-Bahari cache by French Egyptologist Gaston Maspero, and continues to evoke fascination and debate due to its unusual burial treatment and unsettling expression. Unlike typical Egyptian mummification processes involving ritual preservation of organs and protective amulets, this mummy was simply wrapped in a sheepskin, considered impure in ancient Egypt, and placed in an anonymous wooden coffin with its face contorted in an eternal scream. Theories abound regarding the disgraced burial of this mysterious figure found among royal mummies, ranging from identification as Prince Pentawere, implicated in the assassination plot against his father, Pharaoh Ramses III, to conjecture the screaming expression and basic mummification reflect punishment for treason, while DNA evidence links the mummy to Pharaoh Ramses III. giving credibility to claims that unknown man E was in fact the unfortunate Prince Pentaware, forced to commit suicide. The enduring screams of this nameless soul continue to intrigue and chill those pondering his crimes and troubled spirit. #12. The rediscovery of the lost city of Akhetaten. The establishment and eventual abandonment of the city of Akhetaten by the pharaoh Akhenaten in approximately 1350 BC provides insights into a fascinating departure from traditional Egyptian religion and politics during his reign. Akhenaten, known as the Heretic King, broke from polytheistic traditions to establish a monotheistic worship of the sun disk Aten in the middle of Egypt, rather than at the traditional capital Thebes. This religious revolution centered on the newly constructed city of Akhetaten, meaning Horizon of Aten. After Akhenaten's death approximately 15 years later, his successors rejected Aten worship and returned to Egypt's traditional gods, destroying images and monuments to the singular god. The lost city of Akhetaten was forgotten over centuries, buried beneath desert sands, until archaeologists like Flinders Petrie excavated Akhetaten's ruins in the late 19th century, uncovering a wealth of art and architecture, indicating that the city was an important center during Akhenaten's reign before being abandoned and dismantled. Analysis of artifacts found there provides insights into the brief but significant departure from Egypt's religious and political norms under Akhenaten's rule in the 14th century BC. #11. The Valley of the Golden Mummies. In 1996, Egyptologist Dr. Zahi Hawass and his team made a thrilling discovery in Baharia Oasis, located in Egypt's western desert, an entire hidden necropolis containing thousands of beautifully preserved mummies from the Greco-Roman period. This cache became known as the Valley of the Golden Mummies due to the large number of mummies adorned with golden masks and encased in decorative anthropoid coffins with human features. Excavation of the sands revealed an astounding wealth of well-preserved mummies, estimated at more than 10,000 individuals, buried approximately 2,000 years ago. Study of these remains provides researchers with insights into the elaborate funerary preparations and blending of Egyptian and Hellenistic traditions during the Greco-Roman period, when this oasis community buried their dead. The chance uncovering of this vast city of the dead allowed archaeologists to glimpse customs related to death and burial among all levels of society, from the elite to common folk. The mummies entombed with elaborate golden masks and rich offerings contrast with the more modest burials, creating a snapshot of a diverse civilization through the lens of its burial practices. #10. The Dark Secrets of the Great Sphinx. The Great Sphinx of Giza is an iconic monument shrouded in mystery that has challenged Egyptologist understanding for centuries. With the head of a man and the body of a recumbent lion carved from a single mass of limestone, this ancient statue measures an astounding 240 feet long and 66 feet high, making it one of the world's largest monolithic sculptures from ancient times. Its sheer size contributes to its grandeur, but many questions remain unanswered about its origins and purpose. Some excavations suggest the Sphinx may have been built before Pharaoh Khafre's reign, previously credited with its construction around 2500 BC, adding to the uncertainty around when and why it was created. Despite studies hoping to ascertain its secrets, much remains open to speculation due to the lack of definitive inscriptions tying it to a specific king. The real mysteries lie within and below the sculpture, where some believe hidden chambers with lost records and artifacts will someday be found, further illuminating an as yet untold ancient past. Until more light is shed, the Sphinx retains its inscrutable smile, daring those who attempt to unlock its enduring mysteries. #9. The Book of the Dead. The ancient Egyptians deeply feared death, but hoped to achieve eternal life through magical preparations, as evidenced by the customized scrolls buried with their mummified dead, known collectively as the Book of the Dead. These varied manuscripts consisted of illustrations and incantations collected over centuries and adapted to the needs of individuals seeking safe passage to the afterlife. Their spells provide insights into what Egyptians believed they would face after death as they navigated through perilous realms and supernatural judges that could condemn their soul or grant them rebirth. The earliest known versions date from around 1600 BC, but continued for over 1,000 years, evolving over time. Owning personal texts from the Book of the Dead showed you had means and were equipped for the dangerous obstacles ahead. While the context seems grim, these haunting manuscripts illuminate how devoted Egyptians were to the possibility of an afterlife, commissioning their own magical guides to ease the transition into their next world. #8. The hidden texts in the Pyramid of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza in Egypt have fascinated humanity across millennia as spectacular feats of engineering and ends to pharaonic journeys. However, recent discoveries have revealed that the largest Giza pyramid contains intriguing secrets still being uncovered within its stone walls, including hidden internal chambers and tunnels housing the oldest known religious writings. Carved into the walls of pyramids at Saqqara are hieroglyphic texts known as the Pyramid Texts, the oldest sacred texts in the world. These inscriptions are funerary writings dating back over 4,000 years, meant to aid and protect kings in the afterlife. While the Giza pyramids contain no writings internally, the existence of these texts in similarly constructed tombs raise the tantalizing possibility of undiscovered chambers and guiding texts concealed within the Great Pyramid. Non-invasive imaging has detected puzzling voids and anomalies within the stone blocks that may lead to rooms with invaluable insights into the beliefs and rituals of pyramid builders long ago. The potential for unveiling more buried mysteries from ancient times offers thrilling possibilities. #7. The Cursed Tomb of King Tut. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 immediately ignited imaginations worldwide due to the incredible wealth of treasures found intact within the tomb's walls, only to be further fueled by a supposed curse that trailed closely after. When archaeologist Howard Carter first breached the ancient sealed entrance under the financial backing of his patron Lord Carnarvon, he could scarcely have imagined the strangeness that would follow his unveiling of the most complete pharaonic tomb ever uncovered in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. Despite the glory of the find, Carter's team suffered unusual misfortunes that many attributed to a vengeful ancient curse against those who disturbed the tombs of the dead. Lord Carnarvon himself met an unfortunate end, succumbing to an infected mosquito bite months after the opening. Across the following years, rumors spread of the curse's death toll, rising to more than a dozen related to the excavation as imaginations ran wild. While some posit the deaths were mere coincidences, perhaps exacerbated by the era's limited medical knowledge, the concept of a protective curse on an ancient tomb persists, adding intrigue and mystery to King Tut's enduring legacy. #6. The Curse of the Pharaohs. The supposed curse of the Pharaohs has captured imaginations for centuries with its ominous warning against disturbing the mummies and treasures of ancient Egypt. This curse gained prominence after King Tutankhamun's tomb was opened in 1922, unleashing a supposed wave of bad luck and death upon those who dared enter, including Lord Carnarvon, who funded its excavation. However, stories of a vengeful ancient curse date back long before this, as archaeologists and explorers in previous centuries spread tales of encountering misfortune after handling Egyptian relics. Lurid media reports further dramatized events like Carnarvon's untimely end from an infected mosquito bite shortly after he entered King Tut's tomb. While likely boosted by vivid imaginations, the idea that tampering with a pharaoh's burial site could trigger retribution persists as one of the most enduring and fascinating mysteries attached to ancient Egyptian culture, even if direct evidence remains elusive. For over 100 years, the morbid stories surrounding the curse of the pharaohs continue to both caution and thrill those drawn to Egypt's treasures. #5. The Rosetta Stone and its undisclosed secrets. The Rosetta Stone's discovery in 1799 provided the key to deciphering Egypt's mysterious hieroglyphic script, illuminating an influential ancient civilization. This granite stele containing decrees, issued in 196 BC, bears identical versions in hieroglyphs, as well as Egyptian Demotic script and ancient Greek, which enabled French scholar Jean-François Champollion to finally decode the hieroglyphs in 1822. However, while it opened access to understanding Egyptian writing, many symbols remain a mystery, and the full implications of the message itself have yet to be revealed. Parts of the inscription do not have a definitive translation, and the political and social context surrounding the decree's issuance by Ptolemy V also remain shrouded. Further scholarly examination of these uncertainties may offer revelations into nuances of language, governance, and life in Ptolemaic Egypt that still elude historians. Though it illuminated Egyptian civilization's past, the Rosetta Stone retains undisclosed details that could broaden and strengthen our knowledge when finally brought to light through ongoing study. #4. The city of Heraklion and its sudden disappearance. In 2000, underwater archaeological remains were discovered in Egypt's Abu Qir Bay, solving the centuries-old mystery of the vanishing ancient port city of Thonis Herakleion, a vibrant hub until the 8th century BCE. Once a thriving Mediterranean trade center, Herakleion, based on the Greek name, suddenly sank below the waves, disappearing from records but leaving lingering references in rare ancient texts. After its location was positively identified from unusual formations spotted on satellite images of the bay, exploration of the submerged ruins revealed a treasure trove of ancient statuary, coinage, and steles remarkably preserved on the seabed. This vital cultural crossroads boasted grand temples until its abrupt disappearance when flooding and geological events caused the coastline to shift over 1,000 years ago. The discovery of this once-lost city provides a time capsule into Egyptian and Greek interactions when Herakleion flourished for centuries before catastrophically plummeting into the Mediterranean. Ongoing undersea excavations continue to unravel Herakleion's daily life, culture, and trade before nature reclaimed this cosmopolitan center, swallowing it beneath the waves. #3. The Catacombs of el-Shakafa and its hidden darkness. The atmospheric catacombs of el-Shakafa in Alexandria showcase a melding of Egyptian, Greek, and Roman cultural influences, along with an enduring air of mystery. Cut into bedrock in the 2nd century AD, these catacombs form a shadowy subterranean labyrinth where all social classes buried their dead. The fusion design reflects Alexandria's blended heritage with ornate pillars, chambers, sculpted reliefs, and stairs spiraling deeper underground. Descending into el-Shakafa's gloom while surrounded by layers of tombs invokes a haunting chill of being trapped in an ancient darkness from which escape is uncertain. One exceptionally eerie chamber replicates a Greco-Roman style banquet room for memorial feasts, with carved images of Egyptian, Greek, and Roman gods looming in the shadows. Moving through the claustrophobic tunnels lined with the sealed tombs of forgotten souls evokes an atmospheric glimpse into Alexandria's cosmopolitan past, as well as a lingering unease that chills visitors to the core. #2. The hidden chamber of Tutankhamun's tomb. King Tutankhamun, who ascended the throne as the boy king of ancient Egypt at the mere age of 9 in approximately 1323 BC, continues to capture imaginations even today due to the 1922 discovery of his lavishly appointed tomb in the Valley of the Kings by renowned archaeologist Howard Carter. Carter's excavation, undertaken with the financial backing of Lord Carnarvon, illuminated an unbelievable wealth of artifacts, gold, and treasures within Tutankhamun's tomb, which had remained largely undisturbed by looters over centuries. This remarkable find provided invaluable insight into the 18th dynasty of Egypt's customs, beliefs, and opulence. Speculation about the possibility of hidden chambers inside the tomb, potentially containing the earthly remains of Queen Nefertiti, Tutankhamun's stepmother, arose in 2015 after British Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves noticed faint outlines, suggesting sealed doorways concealed beneath layers of paint and plaster when examining high-resolution scans of the burial chamber walls. While various scientific tests, including radar scanning and thermal imaging, have yielded conflicting results about voids within the walls that could indicate hidden rooms, the thrill of this continued mystery captures imaginations, keeping alive thoughts of discovering more treasures and secrets held deep within Tutankhamun's tomb. #1. The mysterious death of Ramses III. Revered as the last great pharaoh of Egypt's New Kingdom period, Ramses III met an enigmatic and violent end, tangled in palace intrigue around 1155 BC. Historical records indicate members of Ramses's harem attempted to assassinate him as part of a conspiracy to place his son Pentawar on the throne. Despite these accounts, precisely how he died remained unclear until 21st century forensic analysis, including CT scans of the long-preserved mummy, confirmed a deadly throat wound likely caused by a sharp blade. Further DNA evidence identified a mummy found nearby as the conspirator Pentuer, suggesting he either took his own life or was executed in punishment for his treason. Together, these recent revelations provide concrete confirmation that Ramses III suffered a brutal assassination at the hands of those closest to him who hoped to gain control of Egypt's empire during this dynasty's decline. The pharaoh's fortunate mummification allows modern science to unravel the mystery of his violent demise from palace, plotting more definitively over 3,000 years later.